good setup so you guys are able to see some good things to be working on at home for body positions and flexibility. I'm going to go through those really quickly. First one, basics, straight body position, just standing nice and tall. Middle fingers are going to be touching in crown. So this is crown position. I'm going to show you up close. Crown. Okay. Middle fingers glued together at the top. Shrugging through your shoulders. You want a nice, tight, straight line on the side of your leotard. There's going to be probably a line where it's sewn together. That's what I usually look at, and I'll know if you're straight or not. Okay. So ribs are going to be in. A lot of times, ribs end up splaying out. You want to push them down into your spine and squeeze your bum so that your pelvis isn't rolled back. You know, everything lined up right on top. Shrugging tall. Shrug is where your shoulder, instead of it being pressed down, long neck, you want to extend everything and pull it up to the ceiling. So there is no space in between my shoulder and my ear. So I'm shrugging super tall and locked out. So right here, nice straight body, straight line. Same thing when we get to sticking landings. You want nice, tight, straight body. However, to absorb the floor, you don't hyperextend a knee, hurt yourself. You're gonna land bottom tucked under, knees slightly bent. You don't want to be in a squat. They're gonna take huge deductions. Anything pretty much lower than this on any landing. I see it this a lot of times. I'll describe it as pull your arms back to your ponytail and shrug. Okay, and you still want chin up though, because this is no good either. It ends up pulling everything downwards. You still need good posture. You can also work on that on the floor, doing layout positions, laying flat. You can practice pressing your ribs down into the floor, so there's no space in between your lower back and the floor when you're laying flat. If you're not able to get your shoulders back while keeping your ribs in, that could be a shoulder flexibility problem. So you can get a mat. You can do this on the floor as well. You're gonna put your thumbs together, place them on top of the mat, walk your knees back and press. Okay, you want straight arms, open shoulders. Same thing when you're working on bridges. Your goal is to press your armpits that way as far as you can over your wrist. You'll see I'll show you two different, I'll show you closed shoulders and open shoulders. You're gonna wanna press your hips up, feet and knees together, and try and squeeze straight knees while you're pressing. Your head is just gonna be neutral. You don't want it pulled down, you don't want it pulled back. Okay? So they would bridge up. And I do not want feet apart. I want feet together. And your knees can start bent, but then you need to be able to press your armpits open. Okay? Press. And try and lock out that position. When you're working bridge kickovers, you can be bent-legged, but then you want to point that good leg, make sure it is nice and straight as it taps the floor, and split the leg. That straight body still came in handy when I came out of my handstand or my split handstand, because you don't want to drop your arms. You want to be in that nice straight T shape. So that's another shape that you can work on. Anytime you go into handstands and out of handstands, you're working on your T shape. Okay? You can start here, practice your T shapes like this. Okay? Nice straight body. A lot of times you get a bent back leg or low arms. You want everything extended. Pulling out away from your body, make yourself look super long. Okay, so that's your T shape. You should see that in and out of your handstands. And your straight body comes in handy in your handstand, along with your landing positions. So in your handstand, especially the handstand that the bronzes currently have at the end of their routine, that needs to show a nice, tight, straight, vertical handstand. So they're gonna go from feet together. Since they're on floor, beam, it would be back foot pointed. So on floor, straight line, straight body, they're gonna fall to a lunge and show a handstand. Again, showing straight lines. Coming in and out of our handstand. At the top of your handstand, when you hit vertical, you should see that straight layout position, just upside down. Other positions that you can work at home is your hollow body position and your arch position. Hollow body position, for beginners, you're gonna probably start with your hands low, close to your thighs, right on top. And more advanced version would be here, shrugging slightly behind your ears. Arms just slightly behind your ears. Your goal is to get shoulders off the floor, your bum squeeze, your back is round, so it's just your lower back and bottom squeezing on the floor. And your feet about 6 inches off the floor. That would be a good height to think about. Then we will work on our arch hold. From the front, you're still showing those crown middle fingers. I'm gonna do it sideways though, so you can see. So our middle fingers are crown, extended out, and try and pull behind your ears. It probably won't make it there, but that's okay. You're just gonna try your best to get close. Pull. You want straight arms, straight legs, pointed toes, bottom squeeze, and most importantly, your heels, feet together. If you're not, you're working the wrong muscle. When you get into the upper levels, if you're not able to do that, your front layout's probably not gonna work out too well. So these shapes are very important. Another basic shape that you can work is your push-up position. A lot of times, people think that they know what push-up position is, but it's actually very specific. So for bars, our bar warm-up, you can do a half push-up position first. That's gonna be on your knees, arms extended out. Your bum is going to be squeezed, so you're kind of more of a flat shape, and your upper back needs to be round. Your head is neutral, or you can try and make a double chin. Some kids find that funny. So I'll just say, okay, make your double chin, and they'll try and pull their head into that neutral position. A more advanced push-up position is going to be on your feet, nice round back, flat hips, and your shoulders are going to be over your wrists. Okay, you can do this with flex feet, or what I call football foot, or pointed feet, making sure your heels and toes are together nice and round, but flat bottom. Those are great shapes to be working on at home, and they're very simple to work on. If you need help with your handstand hold and you have no one to help you hold your handstands, you can always go to a wall, do belly to the wall handstand, and walk your hands up close. Try and get really compressed with the wall. You don't want your hands too far away. And if they're right up against the wall, then you're probably not going to be able to hold it either. So walk it in and try and get your hips, nose, and toes, everything squeezed against the wall. And hold it as long as you can, making sure that you're shrugging in your shoulders. If you are trying to work on some vault drills at home, you can be in your handstand upside down shrug and work on quick shrugging motions, keeping your body nice and straight. If you are not able to do your shrug with your straight body and it ends up looking like this, you're probably not going to have the correct block on vault to be able to do it correctly. So you're going to have shoulders extended, quick, quick. It is just your shoulders moving, not an entire body shape change. So if you want to do quick shoulder pops or fleas, those are also great vault drills. So some right here that you can do in an extended push-up position. Regular push-up position has shoulders over our wrists. Extended has long arms. You're trying to shrug so I can't see those ears. Okay, so extended push-up position looks like this. Okay, but now we're gonna add a pop. We're gonna add quick hands, and you're just gonna push through your toes. These are called fleas. You're gonna try and kind of bounce across the floor with nice, like, straight arms. Okay. Okay, and you'll just move your entire body. You can do those across the trampoline as well. That's probably an easier version, but at home, not everybody has that equipment. If you can already do that. Then you can go ahead and move to handstand pops. Handstand pops, you're still gonna be in a nice handstand. However, you're gonna come in at a slightly diagonal angle. This is the angle you wanna come in on the vault. So you can block off by handstand. Okay, so we're gonna come in a little short of handstand, but still a straight body. And we're gonna pop, pop, pop all the way up, okay? And I'm also gonna include an arm circle into it, just to mimic the arm circle that you would do onto the board on vault. Okay, so I'm gonna stand, circle, and then you'll reach forward. So circle, reach. Okay? You can do multiple or you can just do one at a time. I'm gonna do multiple pops, and I'm gonna try and keep driving my heels up. So that one, I drove my heels straight up, so I started my pops here in a diagonal, and I ended up in handstand. So that heel drive is also going to be really important. If you want to work on just heel drives, you can do some arch rocks. That's going to be on your belly. Working that same arch position, arms up. Okay, driving those heels to the ceiling. Generally though, you're going to come in with a straight body, not an arch. However, that's still the same muscle that you would use to drive and pick those heels up quick off of the board. So that's a great way to just start training, especially at home. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you're able to work on your simple body positions. Again, that's your push-up position, your hollow hold, your arch hold, and handstand hold. Straight body hold is also very helpful, but it's used throughout everything. So if you're working on your handstands, you're still working on your straight body hold. If you're working on a layout position on the floor, straight body hold, okay? Anything where you're holding a nice, tight, straight, extended line, even your T, you're still using your straight body, okay? So get to practicing.